The true story of the invention of the wheel, c. 3500 BCE, Mesopotamia. The story of the wheel's invention is not one of a single eureka moment by a lone genius, but a slow evolutionary process of technological convergence. It is a story that begins not with transportation but with pottery. The preconditions, a civilization ready for innovation. By 3500 BCE, Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, in modern-day Iraq, was the cradle of civilization. The Sumerians had already developed agriculture. Surplus food allowed for specialization of labor. Cities, urban centers like Uruk and Ur created a need for large-scale infrastructure and logistics. The potter's wheel. This was the crucial precursor. Around 4500 BCE, Mesopotamian potters began using simple, slow-turning discs to help shape clay vessels symmetrically. These early turntables were heavy stone discs rotated on a pivot. Over centuries, they evolved into two-part mechanisms, a heavy wheel fixed to an axle which spun in a socket. This concept of a rotating disc on a central axis was the fundamental principle that would be applied to a new problem. The problem: moving heavy loads. Across a flat plain, Mesopotamia was a land of mud, clay, and reeds, but it lacked abundant stone and timber. These heavy materials, along with agricultural goods and traded commodities, needed to be moved over long, flat distances. For millennia, humans used three main methods. 1. Dragging, using sledges, flat-bottomed platforms without wheels, pulled by humans or oxen. This was incredibly inefficient as the sledge would constantly sink into the soft ground and create immense friction. 2. Rollers. As the sledge moved forward, workers would run to the back, pick up the now free rollers and place them in front. This was an improvement but was wildly inefficient, requiring a large crew and a vast supply of rollers. Someone, somewhere in lower Mesopotamia, had a brilliant insight. We don't know their name, their gender, or their city, but they saw the potter's wheel spinning and imagined it on its side. The conceptual leap, from vertical rotation to horizontal movement. The key innovation was understanding that the rotating disc and axle principle could be reoriented horizontally to create movement. This was a monumental leap in abstract thinking. The first wheeled vehicle was almost certainly a sledge with wheels attached. Archaeologists believe the evolution went something like this. A potter or cartwright fixed two wooden discs to a stable, rotating axle. They then took a traditional sledge and, instead of placing rollers under it, they permanently fixed the axle and wheels to it. The sledge was modified into a platform that could sit on top of the axle, or the axle was fixed to the underside. The earliest pictorial evidence